You better watch them. Better watch.
What it do, what it ain't, y'all? This your girl, Such a Craziness, and I'm coming to you, and you with another Word on the Street segment. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share this video. So we still on the Bamster and the Carlos King interview, okay? That just been going and circling with different clips from the actual interview on social media. So with this particular clip that's circling around, basically Bambi, she reveals that she was dating Benzino and Scrap at the same damn time, and basically was like, may the best man win. I ain't tied to neither one of y'all, so I'm gonna do me and y'all gonna do y'all. And I'm like, but then you was saying that you was intimate with Scrappy, but you know what, because her timeline is like she was just, trying to cover the bases, like this is what happened, this is what led up to the hot tub scene. And I'm just like, okay, so let's get into this clip.
Back to Love and Hip Hop Atlanta in the infamous Benzino Kirk scene.
Yeah, we should start before that.
Oh, well, go ahead,
We should
baby.
start before that because
Yeah, go ahead.
I think
a lot of people have questions to this day about it.
They do, because this entire timeline is so confusing to people.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get confused too, because I'm like, wait, what year was that and what was happening? So let me just try my best to give you an accurate assessment of the timeline as I remember. Okay? Mm-hmm. So it was probably about 2010 when I met Scrap, right? Probably about 2010.
Yes.
So I met him in a club, Taboo 2 in Atlanta. He tried to holler at me. We exchanged numbers. And so when he left, I had a friend who was working at Taboo. And I was like, what's up with him? And she's like, oh, that's Lil Scrappy. Like, he's with this girl, Diamond. And I'm like, oh, okay, that's weird. Because, he just tried to holler at me and we exchanged numbers and everything. So she was like, yeah.
You were attracted to Scrappy?
When I first met him, it was just like some kind of playful vibe, because he had like a bandana around his head, and I'm from LA, and I'm like, what's up, like, where you from? And he like, oh, what's up, cuz? And I'm like, where you from? You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, it was just like a playful kind of vibe. So anyways, we exchanged numbers, but she had already given me this information, like, oh, he's with this girl, whatever. So when he called me, I'm like, hey, like, you got a girlfriend? And he was like, yeah. And I'm like, okay, so what's up? And he like, well, I'm trying to pull up on you. And I'm like, yeah, no, I ain't really on that type of time. So call me when you single, right? So that was that. So then I end up seeing him out with Diamond a couple times, like maybe like twice. I saw them both out. And then there was like this girl who was cool with Diamond. And she knew I was like doing music too. And she was like, well, maybe y'all can link. I was like, yeah, whatever. So we were like sitting in a car together one day, and we had like one little conversation. And I was like,
you and Scrap in the car?
No. Me and Diamond and this other girl who was like her homegirl. And I was like, she kind of like, she cool, but I don't know. She just not really my vibe. Like, it wasn't really nothing wrong with her, but I was just like, nah, I'm cool. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's just kind of weird. Mm-hmm. So that was my only like interaction with her. And I was like, whatever.
Let's rewind.
Do you have a relationship with Bambi?
That's funny. That's a whole nother conversation. I don't. But one thing I will say that's funny, when me and Soulja Boy stepped out that day, when Freddie-O took pictures of us at the car show, I remember Freddie-O asking me, are you doing this because of Bambi? And at the time, I'm like, Bambi? I didn't know this was the same Bambi, because my girlfriend, Cougar, which is here as well, me and her met in 2019, and she worked for Don Diva magazine and had a casting agency. At that time, Bambi reached out to her to come move to Atlanta and be in some of her music videos. I met her one time because she had made these earrings and she was begging my friend Cougar, was like, I want to meet her. I want to sell her these earrings. And I got her as my ringtone. I want to meet her, whatever. But I never could really hang out. I think it was really, really quick. But I never could hang out because I was always with him.
So then one night I'm randomly like in the studio. Scrap calls me. He's like, hey, I broke up with my girlfriend. Like, what you doing? And I'm like, yeah, I'm at the studio. So he comes to the studio where I'm at, and we go outside. We're like talking in the car, and he's just like running it, right? He like running his whole entire.
Scrappy wears his heart on his sleeve.
Yo, but see, this was me being so like, I was so green because I was like, damn, like he must really me, like he telling me all his business.
Yeah, because he know your ass was going to listen and feel sorry for him. He wanted somebody to vent to and then probably, do a little something extra with. And you was that person.
And so that's how he got me. I'm not even gonna cap. Like, he was just running it. He was like, yeah, like we were together for 5 years and she left me for Soulja Boy. She tried to take me to, I don't know, like out the country or something, give him some money. And like, I don't know. He was just like doing this whole like sob story. And I felt bad for him. I was like, yo, that's cold.
You like, damn, Diamond.
I was like, these ladies is like, yeah. So that was really like our initial like connection, right? Like he just ran his whole entire situation with her. But I was still confused, you know what I'm saying? Because he had invited me to his house like a couple times. But he said, like they were living together, but she left him. You know what I'm saying? He was like, she left me for another dude, whatever. He like, I got a studio in my house. So, you want to come through and record? I'm like, yeah, like for sure. So I bring a couple girls over there. Like we go recording some bullshit at his house. But we just like messing around, having fun or whatever. It wasn't really nothing serious. And, we really started like to be cool. Like whenever I would be out, he'd be like, where you at? He'll come pull up. I'll come pull up on him. And, we were just kind of like vibing. So then he's like, yeah, I'm about to move up out this house. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's like, yeah, I'm about to move up out of here. I'm about to move in with my baby mama until I get my stuff together. And, we're about to start doing Love and Hip Hop. And I was like, wait, what? What is happening? I thought that Diamond was the baby mama. Right? Because he said they were together for like 5 years. And so I'm looking at pictures whenever I'm trying to like, it was like limited and internet like business at that point. It was like media takeout stuff, like whatever. So I'm like trying to Google this fool, like trying to see what's going on. But every time I see a picture of him and her, I see Emani and she's little. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, oh, that's the kid. You know what I'm saying? So then when he say, well, I'm about to move in with my baby mama, I'm like, wait, didn't she leave? And he's like, no, like I'm talking about my daughter's mom. And I'm like, I'm thoroughly like confused.
Were you guys intimate during this time he's telling you this?
I think we have probably like got it cracking like once or twice, but we weren't really like in.
Y'all weren't exclusive.
Nah, it wasn't nothing like that.
Okay.
So I'm like, all right, it is what it is. So then they started filming Love and Hip Hop. And he would call me like during or after like the filmings. That was the type of relationship we had, right?
So it's funny because I work season 1.
I know.
So
yeah,
he's filming with Erica. that's his child's mother, and they're trying to figure things out, and they were living together.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, after scenes, he's calling you.
We were like hanging out after scenes. That's how like confused I was about it, because he was telling me, he was like, nah, we just getting a bag, like, you know what I'm saying, whatever, I'm just trying to help her get some money so she can stay out of my pockets, you know, whatever. And I'm like, whatever, like, I'm just like a butterfly, like, I'm new to the city and I'm just like hanging out, doing my thing,
you're
whatever.
a single woman, you guys aren't in an exclusive relationship, and okay, so I get all this.
Right. So that was the nature of our relationship at that point, right?
Okay.
So during that time, I think maybe towards the end of the season, me and him started getting like a little closer, right? He started really, really liking me. And I liked him too. Like, I did like him a lot because he was just really fun. Mm-hmm. So he introduced me to like Steph and Mona one time. We were hanging out on Peter Street.
Mm-hmm. That's where the office was.
Yeah. So he's like, you know, I want to do some stuff with her, blah, 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 whatever. So then I started to notice like a pattern with him and Erica, whatever. And I was like, wait, are you like with her for real? And he was like, he kept denying the fact that he was with her. And I was just like, this look like it's like a little bit more than for TV. So at that point, I think I had met like Kirk and Benzino on Peter Street. Mm-hmm. And so I'm like cool with them and talking to them or whatever. And then somehow Benzino, he's like, hey, we're going to do this scene at the cabin, blah, blah, blah. But me and Benzino were cool. Like, I started hanging out with him. I ain't never had sex with him or nothing. And I know he's going to like be upset because he hates when people mentions him with me now. I don't know. Like, I had just saw him like on one blog one day. He's like, y'all keep talking about me and, you know, whatever. But anyways, I've never had anything negative to say about him because he was cool. Like, he was a cool guy. Like, me and all my homegirls used to go to his house. Like, he used to cook. Like, we were just chilling.
No, he's a great host.
Like, he was so cool. And that was it. But anyways, we went and did the little scene at the cabin or whatever. And for me... So
at this time, are you and Scrappy...
We were still talking. We were still cool.
But not exclusive?
No, never.
Got it.
Not exclusive at all.
So at this time, he's in rehab?
No, this was before he went to rehab. He was... The night we went to the cabin, for some reason, he got locked up. He went to jail.
The night you went to the cabin? Okay.
Yeah. I don't know what he went to jail for, but he went to jail and we were at the cabin. But I was just like, you know, I don't know if in his mind, he thought I was supposed to be like at home waiting for his jail calls, me and everybody else he was like talking to at the time. You know, he was like all of our boyfriend. He was.
Didn't you just say y'all weren't exclusive? So he technically wasn't your boyfriend. So how are you going to say he was all of our boyfriends? Hell, he all played y'all and y'all was all feeling him. And that's how that happened. But what?
The fact that you're like, look, I knew what it was. Like, we weren't exclusive.
Right.
If I want to be intimate with somebody, I can. I'm a grown-ass woman.
Yeah.
And I'm still going to date other people.
Absolutely.
So what you're saying to me that I appreciate is, look, we're kicking it, but in your eyes, we're not exclusive. We're not boyfriend, girlfriend.
Right.
And you're saying Scrappy made it seem like it was much more than that at that time.
I mean, most men do. Like, let's be honest. Men are far more delusional than women. We have to agree on that. Like, you know, we know that that's a fact. But the fact of the matter is, yeah, like, he was the only person that I was actually, like, intimate with at the time. But we weren't exclusive in terms of, like, me being able to go out with other people because, you know, I didn't know really what he was doing. I really didn't care, but, you know, I didn't care to be, like, going around having sex with other people. Like, you know, that wasn't really my thing. You know, I'm just having fun.
So when you went to the cabin, you obviously was like, it's being filmed.
Yeah.
And I'm here for the vibes.
Absolutely. And, you know, I had been on TV already.
Right.
So it wasn't really a big thing for me. It was just like, I already know what time it is. Like, we're here to film a scene. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gonna make it do what it do. And Benzino and I, we were cool. And we were, I guess, what people would consider dating at the time. Like, we were going out, but we just wasn't having sex, you know?
So you were dating Benzino and Scrappy at the same time.
Yeah. And I think that's what was like intriguing to like the producers at the time. They were like, oh, now we got a girl who's like, what's up? You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was doing. I was like, I'm going to date both of them. Who cares? They don't know each other. They're not friends.
I love your honesty, Bambi.
Yeah, like, who cares? Like,
I mean,
it's really given who cares because they weren't friends. They were not. And I'm like, whatever. I'm not married. You know, I'm chilling. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So-
I'm with it.
Yeah. So that's where I was at the time. And then it became a case of may the best man win. They started like getting very competitive with each other.
They did?
Absolutely. Benzino's like, oh, you messing with him? Ratchet man? And I was like, yeah.
Benzino called Scrappy Ratchet Man?
He did. He did.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh. Nuck if you buck.
Like, okay, let's cut the shit. You knew too. You knew.
This whole square situation they got going on, from Scrappy to Diamond, then Scrappy to Bambi, then Scrappy Erica, then back to... Oh, y'all just need to let go of all ties. Let's just start off fresh, because this is just too much. It's too much. And y'all all played a part in it. It ain't one person to blame. And that's why I'm going to leave it at with that. So y'all tell me what y'all think about this in the comment section below, and I'll see you on the next one.